A game like this will make you question everything. I mean, boy, that was some professionalism at the beginning of this game with all these shot clock problems. I mean, what are we doing here about this Indiana Fever team? Hell, about the WNBA. By the way, the Valkyries just kicked the crap out of the Fever this year.
Did the Indiana Fever just hit rock bottom? From the very first minute, this game felt over. And by the final buzzer, the scoreboard read 75-63. But this isn't just about one bad night on the court. This is about leadership, accountability, and why fans are flooding social media demanding answers. The question isn't only why they lost, but how a clock delay and a coach who refuses blame turned this game into a symbol of everything wrong with the Fever right now.
What league is this? We don't know. I mean, literally, we had players doing this to pass the time on the side. Yeah, they're playing their own little games and stuff.
Let's talk about it. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Imagine sitting down, the game tips off, and within 60 seconds, you already know what's coming. That's the kind of start the Fever had. The first possession looked clunky, the ball movement flat, and immediately Aaliyah Boston drifted into spots on the floor that didn't even put her in a position to score. When you see your best post option catching the ball 20 feet out,
you didn't bother to be present. You were unaccounted for in this game. 2 of 7, 28.6% from the field. Number one, Aaliyah Boston didn't bother to show up tonight. 4 damn points. 4 points.
Fans watching aren't thinking about strategy anymore. They're just wondering why the offense already looks broken before a single basket is made. And then you glance at the scoreboard, but the scoreboard isn't even working because they had that weird delay with the game clock right after the tip.
Pay us what you owe us? You owe us. You owe us our life back. Seriously, the first half between the Fever and Valkyries lasted 1 hour and 32 mother effing minutes of our souls.
That moment honestly set the tone. You had players kind of looking around waiting, energy dropping, and you had fans at home making jokes that, man, this scoreboard must be running on hamster spinning wheels. You couldn't make it up. It felt like a comedy skit instead of a professional game. And once people started posting it online, that hamster comment turned into the running joke of the whole night. It wasn't just the vibe either. The numbers backed it up. Every single starter ended up worse than 0 in their plus-minus, which tells you this wasn't just one person struggling. The whole unit never clicked. That's 5 players on the floor at once, basically making the game harder instead of better. And that's tough because it's not about effort. It's about a system spiraling out right in front of everybody.
This set the league back. It was unbelievable. Oh, well, things happen. Not in professional leagues, they don't.
Fans don't get mad when one player goes cold. That happens. They get mad when you can tell the game plan isn't putting anyone in a good position. And Boston's shot chart says it all. Barely any touches near the rim, just awkward jumpers and wasted post-ups. For a number one option, that's not just a slow night, that's a usage problem.
You took the ball and took 5 steps in one direction. Not one damn time. That Natasha Howard travel. She literally went walking down the street. Where are you going, Natasha Howard? How many travels did they not call on Natasha Howard tonight? I counted at least 4.
Meanwhile, on the bench, Aerial Powers came in and immediately lit it up. 17 points in limited minutes, just playing off pure energy, attacking the defense in ways the starting group couldn't even get started on. That contrast is exactly why people are pointing fingers at the coaching decisions. How can a bench player come in and look instantly more dangerous than 5 starters combined? You can't just write it off as a lucky night, because the same stagnant possessions kept happening over and over when the starting 5 hit the court. while powers thrive by simply doing what seemed obvious, attacking the gaps and staying aggressive. Fans weren't just frustrated with missed shots, they were frustrated with what those missed shots represented. The whole thing felt predictable, like as soon as they gave up the first couple of buckets, the outcome was already sealed. That's why the social media reactions weren't just dragging one or two players, they were dragging the entire approach. It didn't feel like execution was the only problem, it felt like the blueprint itself had cracks all over it.
Can this effing coach stop the zone bullshit and cover the perimeter? Kate Martin right here. She cooked our ass with this three-pointer. And the foul. Boom. Valkyrie's killing the fever with their outside shooting. No adjustments. No, you can forget that shit. Methany White is not going to do that.
And the bizarre clock delay at the start? Instead of just a funny hiccup, it became a symbol in people's minds. Like, if something as basic as the scoreboard can't even run smoothly, maybe that same lack of control is showing up in game prep and on-court decision-making. You look at how quickly they were down big, you could sense fans gave up hope alongside the team. Nobody wants to admit that out loud, but when your energy is being zapped within the opening minutes, you can't help but question leadership. Is it just execution going wrong? Or is it that the voice guiding this team isn't setting them up with confidence in the first place?
The Valkyries coach has outcoached Stephanie White in every game. We're in the last playoff spot. We literally just dropped to 8th place.
That question hung over every possession, and that's why people are talking leadership more than turnovers. Because scoring lulls happen, defensive breakdowns happen, but when all 5 starters are on the wrong side of the box score, and the coach doesn't make adjustments until the damage is done, everybody notices. And that's the takeaway from this game. It wasn't really the final score that left fans upset. It was that from the clock delay to Boston in no man's land to starters looking lost together, the whole thing screamed mismanagement from the jump. The first minute told the whole story, which brings us to what should have happened afterward, real accountability. Instead of that, the conversation got even messier because blame started flying instead of answers. When the coach keeps pointing fingers instead of admitting mistakes, the real damage goes way past the scoreboard. Fans don't just see another loss, they see trust slipping away. A team can fix a bad shooting night, but it's a lot harder to rebuild belief once credibility's gone. So what do you think? Should the Fever make a coaching change right now? Or is there still time for White to adjust before the locker room tunes her out completely? Because that game clock might stop and reset, but the one ticking on this team's leadership future doesn't.